this is, let me give you this to read. This is BrainDrive Concierge progress from Matt. I'm just going to share it with
Chat.
you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You there?
Yeah.
Okay. Read it all as expected. Probably when you're doing golfs, when you're quantizing the model, that's almost like an art form to put it to you blunt. I'm pretty sure Unsloth, I'm not sure if he's using it, can do that. Or is he using Ollama's tools? I believe they have their own tools to do quantization as well. Uh, so I'm not sure how he's approaching that problem. And I just know I've read tons of people doing it and stuff like that. So that might, if he needs me to start doing a little research on that, I have no problem.
I'd rather not pull you off what you're
Yep.
doing right now. This is meant to sort of move things down the line without taking up a lot of your time.
Yep.
But my thinking here is let's start with a very constrained use case.
Yep.
Get that working and then add another as the way to do
Yep.
this.
Yep.
So, and something that we can very clearly evaluate whether it's working or not.
Yeah. He can, if based on whatever he wants to do, does he have a Hugging Face account? They're free. He can throw the models up there and you and I can then easily grab them. I can show you how to grab a Hugging Face model and throw it on Ollama. They've made it really easy. You don't even have to do any rocket science and all like that. And it would be quick and easy to test. You could throw it a BrainDrive question and how it responds. You wouldn't even need any fancy tools to really get away to
Okay,
trial.
so basically step one, put the models on Hugging Face so
Yep.
we can install them and start playing with them.
Yep. From there, it's like, I mean, granted, he's doing the validation and like that, but at the end of the day, you do not know how it works until you do it, use it. I
Okay.
mean, that's
And
the ultimate.
what is our constrained use case initially that we want to evaluate this on?
I would say we need to come up with a series of user questions attempting to, we'll call it a target new user. I'd probably let AI even generate them just based on the, because it would have the train. I wouldn't give it the training data set. I would give it a piece of the documentation and I would tell it, be a new user. You're the first time touching the system.
All right. So we know we're moving towards dropping people into the AI chat page.
Yep.
And we want this model to be their first interaction with
Yep.
Brain.
Exactly.
And we're going to have a message that comes up that says, welcome to BrainDrive. I'm BrainDrive Concierge, running locally here on your machine, completely under your ownership and control. And I'm here to help you with BrainDrive. Here are some of the things I can do.
Yep.
Okay. So what's the first thing that we want people to do when they hit on this page?
From there, okay. Because of the way AI is designed, it's not a matter of what we want at this point. Because every person approaches it differently. They have a different skill set and all like that. Seriously, this thing will come at them sideways, or people will come at it sideways. So it has to be able to just answer, hey, what is BrainDrive? That's, somebody theoretically, that will be their first question right there. What is BrainDrive? How does it respond? To those sites. That's what I say. You can test all you want, and those numbers are great. As you tell by leaderboards, they're half-assed though, because what matters is when a human gets to that AI and asks it a question, how does it respond?
Okay, so what are our guesses then? Well, okay,
Yeah.
better way perhaps to look at this. What do we not want it to answer?
Well, that would get into the system prompt, of course. But we would tell it, try to have all responses related towards BrainDrive.
Yeah, so we don't want BrainDrive Concierge to answer questions that are not related to
Yeah.
Brain. It is just here to talk about BrainDrive. That's number one.
Yep.
Okay.
And number two, at the end of every response, put this link. And that's just from a basic, but I'll put the community link there right now. We'll make sure that it's adhering to instructions, little things like that. And then it would be trial and error. And if somebody like me, I don't know math skill level, it's like it should take no time to go through this thing. If you have a series of questions that you're going to go through to pretend you're a new user
Well,
type
yeah,
thing.
that's what I'm trying to come up
Yeah.
with though, is what is that
What
series
what
of
is
questions?
BrainDrive? What is BrainDrive? What can I do with BrainDrive? What's a plugin? Because if it gives you a response related towards something else, we know it's not working right. If it automatically goes with, oh, we're talking about BrainDrive plugins and starts responding with that, that's when we know that the training was starting to be successful and like that. How can I change settings? Again, another question where it has a chance to spiral off, but we want to see if it doesn't spiral off. If it actually goes, hey, on the sidebar menu, you have there's a settings option. Select it, and there you can start changing, and it gives you an example of some settings and stuff like that you can do. Can I change my username? Sure, you can. You go to the profile, and from there you can change your username, and it might, depending on how good the model is, not dealing with training, it probably goes with size, is it might even tell you can also change your password there. Those kind of things. And that's how I was like, if we can get to that part right there, we have a building block. We can start to expand.
Okay. So basically questions around what is BrainDrive?
Yep.
And that's our context documents that we already have.
Yep. What
And
can I do
then
with BrainDrive?
and then how do I use BrainDrive? Right.
What's a plugin? What's a setting? Um,
Yeah, that I can have it now.
yep.
Now that I can have AI look at the GitHub and look at everything, and let's anticipate buckets of questions,
Yep.
that people are going to be asking that we can evaluate this on.
And I would go
But
with
yeah, I think as a first step, let's see what he already has and how it
yep,
works.
exactly. Yep. That's why I said put it on GitHub. It'll take us, 10 minutes tops, really,
Yeah,
to do that. And I would stick when I'm asking the AI to generate questions, stick with a new user, never been introduced to BrainDrive before, and non-technical.
yeah.
And if we can get to those qualification type questions, we should see where we're at as far as the model goes.
Okay, sounds good. So
And
that's that.
yeah, and I'd probably curious. He didn't say he's using Kaggle, of course, but the notebook using Hugging Face transfer. Is he using Hugging Face? I don't know the name of it off the top. They have an actual trainer, their fine tuning software, or is he using something else? I'm
We'll
just
ask
curious.
him.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna post this video in the
Yep.
thread, so he'll see it.
Yeah, but and then if he's using how he's using Kaggle. So he may not be putting the models up on Hugging, but like I said, Hugging Face just allows us to easily grab them. And being honest, we don't care if somebody else is grabbing them right now. I mean, worst that's going to happen right
Someone
there
wants to
is,
grab it, great.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, great, I already have BrainDrive questions, that kind of thing.
Right.
Um, but and that'll allow us to progress through versions as he's training and as he's tweaking settings, and he'll be able to go back and take a look at different because it's like fine tuning is an art. It is not a science. It's like
Yeah.
you've seen these models come out like crap enough to know that.
Okay. All right. Sounds
I'm
good.
I'm just happy you got over grand questions out of the documentation. So that's a pretty good start right there.